Daytime baseball here on MLB Network. Today, the third and final game in this three-game series between the Cleveland Indians and the New York Yankees. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy loves pitching at home. He's had a little bit of a rough go pitching on the road so far this season, but he's pitched really well in his home environment, and I'm sure he's glad and comfortable that he's pitching at home in this one. Hopefully, he can string together another strong home start.
At the plate, Cesar Hernandez. And we are ready for some daytime baseball. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Underway now in the Sunday finale as the game's first pitch is taken for ball one. Well, this Yankee ball club entering play this afternoon here. They come off another loss last time out, and in fact, they've dropped 3 of their last 4.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Now the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now. Our temperature here this afternoon creeping up to the 60-degree mark here at first pitch. And another foul ball. And this is swung on and missed on a great pitch that time, and the leadoff man is down on strikes to get this one started. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect, and when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
Into the box now, Oscar Mercado. This will take a look at a slider here that finds the zone for strike one. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The windup and the 0-1. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1. Mercado is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays. 1 out, nobody on. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2. Time to take a look at the umpires in this one. Behind the plate is Mike Fillmore.
Hey, you know, D-Roll, Mike Fillmore, he'll give a little bit off the edges, but he gets the respect not only from the pitchers, but from the players because his zone is consistent.
Yeah, as long as he's consistent, Dan, I'm okay with Mike Fillmore's zone. If a pitcher's pounding that zone, he wants to give a little bit off the outer edge, I'm okay with that.
The 3-2 pitch. And this is hit hard to the right side, but foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Here's a cold strike about thigh high, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And he popped him up. And that'll get down for a base hit. Throw into second, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Man, that swing looked like self-defense than a real quality swing, but hey, he muscled it out there, and it was enough to get him safely to second. Those are the kind of hits that will drive you nuts as a pitcher.
Digging in, Turnbull, and he's a guy that's really scuffling at the plate right now. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And they go right after him on the inside corner for strike one.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Comes set, the 0-1. Late swing there at the breaking ball. Must have been looking for something else.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those 2 out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, Dero, you touched it on it right there. I think as a pitcher, you try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That 2-out double right now, he's going to have to buckle down to try to keep this game scoreless.
From the stretch, the 1-2. Lindor stands at second with 2 gone. Fouled away.
You're lucky if you get 1 pitch a night right down the middle. Cannot be late on that fastball.
He's set. The 2-2.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as the offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
He's set. The payoff pitch. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And foul, though it had the home run distance. Here's a little chopper up the middle. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More to come on MLB Network Sunday Baseball after this. Spencer Turnbull gets the starting assignment for the Tribe in this one. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're going to look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. This last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Standing in, Tyler Wade. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now the pitch. So, fellas, this Indians ball club, as they begin play here this afternoon, they come in winners of 2 straight and looking to get things turned around in what hasn't been all that amazing a stretch for them.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
Didn't quite catch the zone there. Ball 1.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
The 1-2.
I know he buried that slider in right there, but that's a dangerous pitch. If he doesn't pot commit and bury that inside, it leaks out over the plate. He can get hurt with that pitch.
A little late with the swing, but he stays alive. Still 2-2. And he comes back with one down and in for ball 3.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
Next for New York, Gio Urshela. And you can see his home road splits there. He has not fared very well in front of the home crowd, oddly enough. Here comes the first pitch.
Ball 1.
A runner at first with no outs here. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. The 2-1.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Bat explodes as this is popped up. And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first out.
Batting third, the designated hitter,
Next will be the designated hitter, Torres. First chance for him here with a runner at first and one gone. Throw over to the bag, and he'll dive back in safely. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Got to pitch to the ballpark's dimensions right here. Love the execution of that pitch down in the zone. Got to keep the ball in the yard.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Runner at first here, one man out. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. Well outside with the curveball for a ball.
He might have to look for a different way to put this guy away on 2-2. He's already seen the curveball a couple of times, so he might be looking for it.
Swing, high drive, left field and deep. Going back is the left fielder, and that one is gone. It's a two-run shot to straightaway left. 7 home runs for him on the year now, and this is now a 2-0 lead for the Yankees.
Oh, and that was really close to a long out. The left fielder had a beat on it, and he gave it a great effort, but he couldn't quite bring it back. Instead, it's a trip around the bases.
Digging in now for the Yankees, Aaron Judge. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here, 1-0. Swing and a miss. Blew it right by him at 96. It's a ball and a strike. Well off the inside that time as the sinker misses for a ball.
Looks like that bomb earlier in the inning kind of put this pitcher on the defensive. Not being very aggressive right now.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2.
Hey, after that extra base hit, things could go awry. He didn't. He battled right back in his zone with a nice executed pitch.
Line toward right center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
Batting fifth, the third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Now at the plate, Miguel Andujar looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Here's the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
0-1 count and the pitch.
1-1.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. That one tied him up. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. Second inning coming up. It's now 2-0 New York. And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin. He's yet to get into the hit column in the series, 0 for 7.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Swing and a little blooper to center. Coming on for it is Hicks. It's in there, though, a base hit. So a base hit to kick things off here, and there's a man aboard to start out their half of the second.
The first base.
A nice leadoff single to start the second right there. They're already down. They got to find a way to stay on the attack and get back in this game. We'll see how they play it here.
So now Carlos Santana. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Sometimes the first pitch is the best pitch you'll see all at bat. Definitely coming out of his shoes, aggressive style. First pitch, base hit up the middle.
So digging in now, Domingo Santana, and he's looking to make something happen here with 2 on and nobody out.
Well, early in the count, expect him to look for a ball to drive. If he gets 2 strikes against him, he'll need to change his plan and focus on moving the runners up. This game is too close to get greedy.
Here comes the first pitch. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. The 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hit sharply but foul down the right side. None out, runners at first and second. A swing and a ground ball to third. Andujar brings it in. The throw pulls him off the bag. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Batting it. The third base.
Well, when you're making that throw all the way across, you've got to make sure you gather and fire, because if you don't, the ball will sink on you. Looked like he tried to finesse that one a bit too much, and they'll hit him with an error.
Striding in for the Indians, Jordan Luplow, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. From the stretch. Sends that one out of play for strike one.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
Here comes the 0-1.
Clearly, this is a tough situation to be on the mound, but the key here is minimizing. They're up by 2, so if he could find a way to get out of this bases-loaded jam by only giving up 1 run, that would be clutch.
And it's fouled away. Bases loaded here, nobody out. Weak grounder down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. And a swing and a miss on a huge burst out there as he sets him down swinging with the bases loaded.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. In past meetings with Tanaka, a number of meetings, he's 1 for 7. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Not a surprise to see that low splitter there. Anything with downward movement like that is going to be at the top of the list in a double play situation.
Now the 1-1 pitch. Skied into straightaway right. Catch is made here in right, and here comes the runner from third. And he will get in there with their first run. It's a 2-1 game now.
Obviously, he's hoping for more up there with the bases loaded, but you can't be too upset with a sac fly.
So stepping in, Cesar Hernandez. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course, here in inning number 2. Here comes the first pitch. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. The set and the 1-1, and he fouls this one off. 2 down, runners at first and second. Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees. A swing and a miss on a ball way outside the strike zone, and the inning is over. 2 hits in the inning lead to a run for Cleveland. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2. The Yankees are out in front, 2-1. So striding in, Giancarlo Stanton. It's been a really slow start to the season for him, as you can see by the April numbers on your screen. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1. 1-1. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he just isn't that sharp on the mound right now. Had a rough start in the first inning, and now he's falling behind out of the gate here in the second. Some adjustments need to be made, and fast.
The 2-1 is strike two, swinging.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
2-2 pitch is fouled away. And he misses this one inside, and that'll run things full 3-2.
He walked the guy back in the first, and now he's looking like he might hand out another free pass to the leadoff guy here. You can't be walking a guy an inning and think you're going to have any success.
3-2 pitch. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Santana will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
The first baseman, Luke.
Coming to the plate now, Luke Voigt, and he's hoping to get things turned around here in April, entering play with an average down in the 220s. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. Fastball well outside. Two balls and a strike to the Yankees' first baseman. Two and two.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
One out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and there are 2 down.
He's looking a lot sharper and has settled in here in the second inning. It'd be hard not to, because that first inning was pretty much a mess. But I give him credit for letting it go and making some really good adjustments.
In now, Gary Sanchez. On the ground and right at the shifted infielder. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. They lead it 2-1. Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Oscar Mercado. He'll be the one to lead off against Masahiro Tanaka.
Mercado.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The windup and the 0-1. Rounded down the third baseline. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. And definitely worth another look with our show track data. Great reaction from the hot corner to make the backhand stop, and then he unleashes that very strong throw while in the air all the way across the diamond. He's going to be smiling about that one. So the base is empty here with one away, and with it comes Francisco Lindor to the plate. First offering on its way. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Taken, and that one catches the bottom part of the strike zone. Lindor, playing here in his age 26 season. He was a first-round pick back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The right fielder, number 32, Reyes.
So next it'll be the 4-hole hitter for the Tribe, Turnbull Reyes. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. First pitch of the at bat.
No, inside.
A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
Hey.
2 balls and a strike. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
If I'm in the box right now, I'm coming unglued. He is going to throw something over the heart of the plate.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. This is on the ground over to first. And that is through into right field for a single.
Sometimes you just got to trust your hands. That pitch probably wasn't even in the zone, and he was able to fight it off for a base hit.
So here's Tyler Naquin as he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
Ready with the 1-0 pitch.
That's a ball.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
From the belt, kicks and deals. The count now at 2-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Hicks on the move. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. Indians leave 1. They still trail it here 2-1.
Back now for the Yankees' third turn at bat, and unfortunately for fans of the Bronx Bombers, they haven't really lived up to their nickname this year. One coach told me before the game, there are certainly plenty of areas for us to improve offensively, but first and foremost, we need to start by putting the ball in play more often. There's too much swing and miss in our game. And the stats do back that up, as they currently rank near the bottom of the league in strikeouts, so that appears to be an area of emphasis going forward, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi.
Leading off.
Ready now, Aaron Hicks. They'll swing it from the left side right here. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball off the plate away for ball 1. A ball and a strike. And that misses, 2-1. Now a fastball as he has to lean out of the way there.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
And that's what you want from your leadoff hitter. Show some great patience and discipline, making the pitcher labor to start the game. The result is a leadoff walk and a chance to make some early noise.
Digging in, Tyler Wade. Second trip to the plate for him. He drew a leadoff walk in the home first.
Hey, going back to his first at-bat, that was a terrific at-bat. Saw a lot of pitches, and one of the things you want to do is try to drive that pitch count up early on the starting pitcher.
He's set, now the pitch. Nobody out, runner on first. Pulled toward right center field. Heading after it is Naquin. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The batter, number 29.
So striding forward now, Gio Urshela. He popped out in his first trip.
Yeah, I don't mind him trying to drive the ball in the air, but he can't collapse the backside, and that's exactly what he did in his last at-bat. Look for him to stay a little taller and keep that upper half a little bit more over him.
Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. Ready with the 1-1. Bounce to first. Gloved by Santana. There's one. Throw to Santana. The double play. And that's how the side is retired. We'll see Carlos Santana when we come back. 3 innings complete. The Yankees lead this one 2-1. Start of the 4th upcoming, but first, Heidi Watney standing by with a report.
Matt, I talked with manager Terry Francona during the break about his thoughts on the Indians' hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. Yes, they've only scored 1 run, but he said they've done a great job of forcing the pitch count up, and he thinks that's going to lead to more offense for them as this game goes on.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Leading off the inning, Carlos Santana, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Santana.
First pitch of the at-bat. Nope. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Liner toward right center. And that's in for his second hit of the afternoon.
Now batting, the left fielder, Domingo Santana.
To the plate now, Domingo Santana, as he'll watch a slider that runs out of the strike zone away for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. One 1-0 pitch on the way.
Nope, that's a ball.
Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
Got himself a 2-0 fastball there, but he couldn't connect. 2-1. 1 run, 5 hits. No errors to this point for the Indians. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Full count, 3-2. Looking to fade his first walk. Here it comes. And that misses for ball 4. And it's first and second now with nobody out.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Now at the plate, Jordan Luplow comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. first offering on its way. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1. From the belt, the pitch. Fourth inning of a 2-1 ball game. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. Good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Roberto Perez. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. Here's a guy who could use a 3 for 4. He's got that batting average still down in the 190s. 1 home run and 6 RBIs. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. The second for 1. On to Voit, an inning-ending double play. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4. The Yankees lead it 2-1. Welcome back to the Bronx as we check in with Heidi.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Yankees manager Aaron Boone during the break about the team's offensive performance so far, and flat out he was very pleased with the quality of their at-bats. It's still pretty early in the game, but they've seen a lot of pitches already, and he thinks the 2 runs they've pushed across so far is just the beginning, given the quality of the at-bats they're putting together.
All right, Heidi, thank you. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest.
Yeah, Matt, that last one wasn't exactly a Tatum shot, but listen, a home run is a home run. I know a lot of pitchers, they call that a wall scraper in his last AB, but listen, it counts as a home run nonetheless.
Now here's a swing and a little bouncer out to the left of the mound. Throw in time as he's called out on a bang-bang play at first.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
And that'll bring up Aaron Judge. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. And this one will bounce into the wall. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Hey, guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up, and he was able to put good wood on it.
And that'll bring up Miguel Andujar as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. Now the 1-0.
Ball, that's just out.
Andujar stands at an even 6 feet tall, a right-handed batter and thrower. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. No offer at that point. It's a cold strike.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a win.
A dive, and he knocks it down. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play.
Now back, right fielder,
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. Runner in scoring position with Sir John. Here comes the first pitch.
Hey, there aren't too many power hitters in the game that would let that pitch go by.
Two runs on two hits and one error on the Yankee line score so far. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger. Here's the 1-1. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now.
With the way this guy's throwing on the mound, you cannot be chasing. You have to set your sights a little bit lower and control the strike zone.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Here's the 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. One left for the Yankees as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. So the Indians lineup flips over, and to the plate, Cesar Hernandez. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch. And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Fastball just missed above the zone.
A couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, knowing the threat this guy poses if he gets on base, I think the next pitch should be a challenge pitch. You don't want to give guys that can run a free chance to cause havoc out there, especially the leadoff guy.
3-1 the count now. Now here it comes. Right side, but it's well foul. He struck him out the third time he's fanned in the game.
It looked like this at-bat had the makings of a leadoff walk when it started 3-0. So that's a good job not to give in and battle back to earn the strikeout. That's not always easy to do.
So now to the plate, Oscar Mercado. He grounds it sharply to third. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
Wow, I'm not sure how, but it looks like he didn't even touch this thing. Might have been thinking about throwing the ball before he actually caught it. The game moves fast, but you have to do one thing at a time.
And that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. 1 for 2, including a double back in the first.
Matty, he checks every box. Charisma, smile, hits from both sides of the plate with pop, defense, you name it. GM's dream right here.
Now's a good time for your pitcher to take a deep breath. He still has the lead, although it probably doesn't feel like it. So he can't worry about how he got into this mess. He just has to figure out how to get out of this mess.
So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Franmil Reyes. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. Double-barreled action in the Yankee bullpen now. A lefty and a right-hander start to get loose. Two and 0 now.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
Now the 2-0 home. Outside and low, 3-0.
This is a spot you like to be in as a good hitter. Runners in scoring position and count leverage in your favor.
He's set and a 3-0 offering. Too high, and that cost him ball 4.
I think he was trying to be a little too fine there, and a walk is the result. Well, the good news is he has a force at every base. The bad news, a single probably drives in a couple of runs.
So stepping in, Tyler Naquin, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. First pitch on its way.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much just because the bases are juiced. At the very least, just find a way to get that tying run home from third.
Count now a ball and a strike. Fifth inning, 2-1 our score. Again, another foul ball. The 1-2. Popped him up. Voit over to his left. 2 down.
The batter, the first baseman, Carlos Santana.
Here's Carlos Santana now. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. Line toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. 1 run is scored. And the runner from second is in to score. It's a 3-2 ball game.
They not hit all that hard, D-roll. He muscled it out there for a 2 RBI base hit.
Yeah, I don't care, Dan. Lawn dart, off the end of the bat, jam sandwich, doesn't matter. Found himself some green grass and gets 2 ribbies.
Standing in now, Domingo Santana. He swings and sends a bullet to right field. And that's in there. Base hit. And a good throw will wind up holding that runner at third, so the bases become loaded now with 2 gone.
Many guys fall victim to the breaking ball and want to get out in front of it, and they end up rolling it over to the pull side. The batter was able to execute, stay inside, keep his hands back, and drive it the other way.
Jay Happ answers the call to pitch here in a big spot. He inherits a bases-loaded jam, but needs just 1 out to get out of it. Stepping in now, Jordan Luplow, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 0-1 offering. Happ hails from the prairie state of Illinois. He's in the midst of his 14th major league season, so I guess you could say baseball has been good to him.
Yeah, Matty, this guy has had an amazing career. And you know what? It's a testament to how hard he's worked, the changes he's had to make. This is a game of adjustments, and you don't hang around this long if you're not prepared to make some adjustments along the way.
This is foul right side. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game. So they do strike for 2, but it could have been much worse as they strand the bases loaded. Home half of the 5th coming up. It's the Indians 3 and the Yankees 2. Stepping in, Luke Voigt. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
First offering on its way.
Pitcher wants to have a quick inning right here, capitalize on the momentum his batters have.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
Hitters count now. Here's the 2-1. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
Great situation right here. Leading off the inning, you got to find a way to get on base any way possible. But I don't like to take the aggression away from hitters. If it's in your zone, I want you swinging.
And that misses ball 4 now. It's a leadoff walk to get the home half of the 5th underway.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're trying to put a start away. Make him work his tail off, throw a lot of pitches, and get on base any way that you can. A big inning at this point of the game, and he's probably gone.
Digging in to try it again, Gary Sanchez. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Man, this guy's been incredibly efficient so far in this one, mostly because he's getting ahead. 70% of the batters he's faced, he's thrown the first pitch strike to.
High in the air down the right field line. And foul. 5th inning of play here in a 3-2 ball game. And a good curveball gets him swinging for route number 1.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it, so that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front, really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box now, Aaron Hicks, as he would look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
Two balls and a strike. Two balls and 2 strikes to Hicks now. Ripped down the line, but this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. From the belt, kicks and deals. On a rope to the second baseman, but the runner is back in time to avoid the double play.
The batter number 14, second baseman, Tyler Wade.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Tyler Wade. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. He pulls this one high and deep to right center field. And they take the lead. It's gone. So it's a 2-run shot to right center. Third home run for him on the year as they take the lead 4-3.
There's still some game left to be played, but that one swing could end up being a deciding factor in this one.
That'll bring in Giovanni Urshela. And the starter remains out there despite just allowing the long ball. We thought maybe they'd go and get him, but no indication of that yet.
Yeah, to me, that home run was a sign that he's starting to get a little bit tired out there. It was a good pitch to hit, and it's typically the command that starts slipping when you're fatiguing a little bit. So I can't see him being out there much longer.
Swing and a liner, but foul. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. Now the 1-1 pitch is taken for ball 2.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, a crucial count for both pitcher and hitter. So, Dan, what was your approach on the mound in that count? Do you still pitch for the strikeout here?
Action pitch right here, 2-2. The last thing you want to do is to fall behind and count 3-2.
Reaches out for one and hits it on the ground to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. The Yankees get a couple on the 2-run home run. 5 innings complete. It's now 4-3 Bombers. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Roberto Perez. He was a double play victim last time around.
Yeah, rolling into a 2-ball will eat at you for the rest of the game at least, so you know he wants to make up for it right here.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
He'll be fine coming out of the bullpen in this one if he can keep the ball around the knees like that.
Awfully close with the slider there, but it's 1-1. A 1-2 count to the Indians catcher. Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order's coming up right behind you.
Fly ball into straightaway left. Stanton has a read on it. 1 away.
The batter, number 7, second baseman, Cesar Hernandez.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Cesar Hernandez. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. First offering on its way. Runs up and gets this one down. And he won't take any chances on that one as this is scooped away in foul territory for the first strike. 4-3 our score here as we play inning number 6. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch.
Nope, ball 1.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
On to first, and Happ's rolling now, 2 away.
Up next for Cleveland, the designated hitter, Oscar Mercado.
Now in the box, Oscar Mercado. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. First pitch of the at-bat. And they start him with one high and away for ball 1. Two out, nobody on. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1. 4 pitches, all takes. He's showing a lot of patience here.
And I like that from a guy like him, Matty. He can do a lot of damage on a base pass with his legs, so there's no reason for him to get overly aggressive if he's not getting anything to handle.
He'll get it into second, the tag, and they'll get him at second, and with that, the side is retired. Indians go down 1-2-3. Score holds at 4-3. Adam Simber enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Now pitching for the Indians, number 90, Adam Simber. Leading off for the Yankees.
To the plate now, Torres. First pitch has him dancing to avoid it. It's ball 1. Simber was known as a short relief specialist, a guy who came in, got 1 or 2 big outs, but with the new pace of play rules, they're forcing a change for this right-hander. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
It's a lot easier to hit when you're putting yourself in good hitters' counts. This guy's done a great job not swinging at pitchers' pitches. And when he's getting the ball in the zone, he's getting the barrel to it. He's been hot lately.
3-0 now.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit more afraid of the guy on deck than the guy that's up right now. If I'm on the mound, I want this guy up right now. He's the guy that's got to beat me.
He's set. Here's the 3-0. Hit on the ground to third. And there's one down now.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron Judge.
Here's big Aaron Judge. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Now some movement in the Tribe bullpen as a right-hander starts to loosen up. Pitch on the way. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A great pitch there as he couldn't get extended on that one, and he's down on strikes for the 2nd out.
That has to make you feel really good as a pitcher, right? You're making pitches all around the zone, and then you bring that one inside. You can't do anything with it. What does it do? It just locks you up inside. You have no chance to put the ball in play.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. This is hit pretty well out to left field. A ball that's carrying, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Any hitter will tell you that a shot like that just feels different. It sounds different off the bat. See his arms get extended, right arm tucked up against his body, barrel the bat all over the ball, and he smokes it right off the wall at left center. A little more hang time, and that one probably gets out of here.
Giancarlo Stanton now, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. The set and the 1-0. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. Right on the inside, Black with the slider. Laid off but called to strike.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
The set and the 2-1. And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. The Yanks leave 1, but they hold on to a 4-3 lead. All set for the start of the inning, and that'll bring in the switch-hitting Francisco Lindor. He reached on a single last time and later wound up scoring.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base.
And here's a dive by the center fielder, but it's off his glove. And he'll get in at second base as the tying runs aboard with a leadoff double.
You think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
And that'll bring in Franmil Reyes, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes.
1-1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
Even at a ball and a strike, here's the pitch.
Oh, that's too high.
We're in the 7th inning now of a 4-3 ball game. Oh, and not an easy pitch to lay off of, but he did somehow, and he's got it to 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
A good pass at that ball, just a little late, and now the count's full. Looking for the K, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Now at the plate, Tyler Naquin. In his last at-bat, he popped out in foul ground.
Yeah, Matt, he's got to make an adjustment right here. His swing definitely broke down, dropped his back shoulder, and thus the result was a terrible pop-up foul.
They'll try and entice him with a high fastball, but he wouldn't commit. It's ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Runner at second here with 1 man out. A little too much bite on the breaking ball that time as it's well off the outside.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
Now the 2-1. And that's a base hit. Throw comes in quickly now, so that tying run will be forced to hold on at third here, still with only one away.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Dero, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Jonathan Holder takes the mound to try to get out of this mess. There are two on with only one away. In now for Cleveland, Carlos Santana. And it looks like this could be a critical at-bat in this one.
Well, a glance at my scorebook shows they haven't been able to get him out yet. So this could be a fun at-bat to watch.
He's set. Here it comes.
Outside, that's the ball.
One out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Oh, but that'll be shy of the monuments as it hits off the wall. On to third, but he's in safely as this game is tied late with a run scoring away from the play.
You know, Dero, in today's game, it's not easy scoring in the late innings, so that RBI base hit to tie things up, that comes at a really good time.
Yeah, I say it's not easy. They got 11 guys in the bullpen. I don't think a guy throws under 97 miles an hour with sinking cut. That is unbelievable he's able to get that knock in that big spot.
Into the box, Domingo Santana, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1.
Boy, this is a dicey situation right here, Dero, with the runner in scoring position. The sac fly brings that run in. This is where you're going to really have to try to keep the ball on the ground as a pitcher. What do you want to do as a hitter, Dero?
Yeah, right here, you are looking for anything above the belt. You see it up, you have to let it go. This is where you have to check your ego at the door. Something has to be elevated and put into the outfield. Give your team a chance to score a run.
Now some action out in the bullpen as a lefty and a right-hander begin throwing. Runners are at second and third with one down. And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1.
Hey, lots of guys get too aggressive in a spot like this, but he's done a nice job of gaining some count leverage. Look for him to put the ball and play hard.
The 2-1 home.
Ball, that's inside.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with one strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
The 3-1. High and deep to center field. Hicks going back to the track. On the warning track, he makes the catch. And the go-ahead run will score from third as they've taken the lead here in the late going.
Hey, putting together good at-bats late in the games can really help out. And how about this sac fly right here? Good at-bat that leads to his team getting the lead here in the late innings.
Striding in, Jordan Luplow. Been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Trying to keep the game close. Here's the pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. Holder is a reliever known for forcing contact. Not a huge strikeout guy most of the time, but he also doesn't issue a lot of free passes either.
There's a couple of keys to being a good reliever. One, if you have great stuff and you strike everybody out, or like this guy, not afraid to throw the ball in the strike zone. He has good stuff, not great stuff. He's not afraid to let his defense help him out and make some plays.
And he misses with it, 1-1. Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
He knows full well he's sitting on a hat trick right here. All he's trying to do is avoid the golden sombrero.
The 1-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. And that will get down as he delivers a big one here. It's a base hit. And the insurance run comes across to score from third.
Dan, that's a huge insurance run right there. Has to feel good as a hitter right there to not only get a ribby knock, but to give your team a little bit of breathing room.
It does, and it makes your pitcher go out there with a little bit more free and easy frame of mind instead of going in a one-run game where every pitch is so important. You're one pitch away from a solo, tying the game up. That's not the case now.
In now, Roberto Perez, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Now the 1-0 is outside for a ball.
This inning really feels like it's getting away from him out there. As a reliever, you can't let that happen. Nothing you can do about what's already happened, and it's only going to get worse if you're not focusing on the guy in the batter's box.
Throw over to first, and he'll get back in safely. 3 runs already home here. Had him hacking at the 2-0 change, and it's back to 2-1.
Boy, what a time to pull the string on him. On 2-0, there's no way anyone's thinking changeup, so if you can locate it, that's pretty much unhittable.
The 2-1.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
Set to deal. Here's the 3-1. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
And he rolls over this one foul. We'll do it once more. 3-2. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. Hit the other way out toward right field. Heading after it is Judge. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a man left on. We'll move on now to the bottom half of the 7th. Get up and stretch. It's the Indians 6 and the Yankees 4. Dominic Leone gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Dominic Leone.
Leading off the inning, Luke Voigt, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
He's set, and the pitch. Comes set, and the 0-1. Straightened him up there on that fastball. It's 1-2 now.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That can be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
That's a pretty unique pitch sequence, guys. Usually pitching is all about mixing pitches and location, but he threw that all out the window to get that strikeout. He offered the same pitch 3 times in a row, so I guess he sort of used that reverse psychology to outthink his opponent.
At the plate, Gary Sanchez, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1. No hits to this point. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a shot hit down the corner, and it's a foul ball. Fastball, and he's got to duck away for dear life there.
Not sure if that was a purpose pitch or not, but I liked it. As a pitcher, sometimes you've got to be willing to back the guy off the plate by running something hard inside. You can't just let guys be comfortable standing in the batter's box against you.
And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first 2 men he faces out of the bullpen.
The center fielder, Aaron.
At the plate now, Aaron Hicks, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. Hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line out. The 0-1 pitch.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. One and 2 now as that one's fouled off. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Fly ball right down the line in left. But this will land untouched.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Here's another 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. A dive, but he can't get it. It's through into the outfield.
Dan, as a former pitcher, are you privy to this guy? I mean, he's been swinging the bat well. I know it's only April, but he's been using the entire field, staying line to line.
That's what makes it so hard as a pitcher, when you can't go one way. When you pitch a guy in, he pulls it. When you throw it away, he hits it the other way. He's having that ability right now just to be able to get the barrel to it, and he's having a real strong beginning to this season.
The 1-0 misses for the second ball. That'll find its way out of play. Still going to have a good hitter's count. 2-1 now. Sent foul again, and after being way ahead, now it's even at 2-2.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder, and everything went with it.
Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike 3. 1 left for the Yankees. Score remains steady at 6-4. Zach Britton has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
York Yankees. Number 53, Zach Britton.
Cesar Hernandez will be the first one to greet him, as he'll have to turn around and bat from the right side of the plate here.
Cesar Hernandez.
From the stretch. And here's a slider that runs inside that time, and that'll keep him from diving out over the plate. Cold strike at the knees, 1-1. Tries to drag his way on here, but now he's behind 1-2. Britton, a A 6'3" left-hander. He was selected in the 3rd round during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
And he'll strike out here yet again, as it's been a ballgame to forget thus far. 4 strikeouts.
Hey, I'm not sure what he was sitting on right there. He might have been sitting on an off-speed pitch, but instead he gets the fastball way late. Had no chance to put that ball in play.
So now to the plate, Oscar Mercado, as he'll watch a sinker here that misses. It's ball 1. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Now the 1-0. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Oh, that was a big mistake right there. This guy might be their best base-stealing threat in the lineup, so now he's got a chance to move into scoring position without even putting the ball into play.
So a runner at first now with 1 away. That'll bring up the switch-hitting shortstop and perennial MVP candidate Francisco Lindor. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he starts him out with a strike on the outer half.
Hey, great job pounding the zone. Strike 1. When you got a great hitter in the box, got to get ahead. Count leverage is a must.
Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 1-2 is laid off for ball 2.
Man, this guy's a grinder. Fouls off good pitches and doesn't seem to swing at the ones just off the corner. This guy's a pitcher's nightmare.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
That strikeout was a real good example of a pitcher continuing to make a guy chase out of the zone. When you recognize a hitter is in protect mode, you don't have to come inside the strike zone. You can just expand further and further until he literally can't touch it.
Into the box now, Franmil Reyes, as he'll look at a slider that runs in too far for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 delivery. Two out with the man at first. Hammered the other way to deep right field. Judge is going back almost into the short porch, but it's off the wall. So now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Boy, D-roll, that looked like extra bases right off the bat. This thing caroms off the wall. Outfielder does a great job of getting it in quickly and probably does a good job holding him to a single.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not standing on second base there, but you run the replay back. He was busting it out of the box. It's just a nice job by the defense to hold him to a single.
0-1 the count. Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case when you airmail a fastball like that.
Here now the 2-2. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Sanchez finds it. Throw to first, and that gets him out of the jam. Indians strand a couple. They're up 6-4. Nick Whitgren is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 62, Nick Whitgren.
At the plate, Gio Urshela. He was retired via the ground ball last time up.
The shortstop, number 29.
First offering on its way.
Nope, outside.
Swing and a miss as he ramps up on the fastball. 1-1. Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Sent out to straightaway center field. Naquin's on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
The designated hitter, Waver Torres.
Striding forward now is the DH, Torres. He was a ground-out victim last time up. Outfield in the no-doubles defense. Now the first pitch. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. Whitgren, a California-born ball player. He was a 9th-round pick during the first-year player draft of 2012.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
1 out, nobody on. Drill. Oh, it's off the third base bag. And this will find the wall deep in the corner. And he will reach it first, but it's very possible that he might have had 2 bases there had that ball not hit the bag.
He was able to recognize that pitch early. His eyes lit up on that ball. Able to pull it down the line for a nice base hit.
Standing in now, Aaron Judge, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. A 1-0 delivery. Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes. Runners on first with 1 down. Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Still even at 2-2. Ball 3. 3-2 now.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
Grounded to short. Hernandez at second. Throw to Santana, the double play, and that's how the side is retired. The Yanks held in check. They trail it here 6-4. Chad Green enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th.
Green.
Carlos Santana will be the first one to greet him here as he'll be forced to turn around and hit from the left side now. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. 9th inning underway now as the first pitch is taken for a called strike.
You could bet he wants that one back at the plate right now. That's a pitch you normally see a guy drive if he has the right approach going.
Tried to pull that one back, but he couldn't do it, and it's 0-2 now. Here's the pitch.
Nope.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
2 strikes.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. And a swing and a miss on the fastball. And there's the first out here in the 9th.
Well, we'll see a lot of these power arms coming out of the bullpen in these days, but it doesn't make it any less impressive to me. I love watching guys come in and blow smoke right by guys.
Into the box, Domingo Santana. Line drive to center field. And he will run this one down, moving to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan Luplow.
Now batting, Jordan Luplow. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. He's set. Here it comes. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch fouled off. On its way, the 0-2 pitch. 2 out, nobody on. Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Down in order go the Tribe. They still lead it 6-4. Brad Hand is the man called on to close this one and earn a save in the ninth.
Number 33, Brad Hand.
Stepping into the box, Miguel Andujar. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit back toward the mound. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
To the plate now, Giancarlo Stanton, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike one. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. Hand. 6'3" left-hander. He's currently on a 1-year deal, so he stands to be a free agent at the end of this season.
You know, Matty, I know he's in the final year of his contract, but he's playing to expectations, to be honest with you. I know he wants to turn it up a little bit, though, as he approaches the end of the season and make that salary push as he heads towards free agency again.
Hits this one hard the other way. One there. Back to first. A 9th inning double play, and they're an out away from closing this one out.
Oh, man, that's just a backbreaker right there. You get the leadoff man to start the 9th, and you're looking pretty good, right? Not when the next guy bounces into a double play. We'll see if they can get the final out and wrap this thing up.
Now to the plate, Luke Voigt, and he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. In there, 0-1.
You have to find a way in this situation to look in that on-deck circle and find a way to get your best hitter to the plate with a chance to tie it.
Pitch on the way. And it's 1-1. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Naquin's on his horse. Makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
You might think it's just another win, but it's awfully hard to win in this game, especially on the road. But they find a way to get it done, and they should be very happy with this performance.
6-4, the outcome today. Cleveland used a 3-run 7th to help propel them to the win. Adam Simber gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Brad Hand closes the door for the save, his 8th of the season. So that just about does it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney down on the field, and the rest of our crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. Thanks for watching MLB Network.